Good evening and welcome to Joy News Prime. I come to you live from our studios here at Kumlimle. We're live on DSTV channel 421, GoTV channel 125, and around the world on myjoyonline.com. Tonight, IMF issues scathing assessment on Bank of Ghana's Gold for Reserves program, which breeded over $200 million in losses as the fund fingers gold board off-takers' fees and trading shortfalls as key factors fueling losses. We have details as the IMF reveals the growing size of the Gold for Reserve program, particularly since Gold Board was established, poses significant threat to the Bank of Ghana. Also tonight, the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority suspends the rollout of the new vehicle number plate registration system and extends the use of DP stickers and DV plates until a new date is announced.
Anyone who has the DP sticker on their vehicle as well as the DV plates on their vehicle could continue to use them up to a time limit to be announced by the authority in due course.
Also tonight, parts of Accra, the Ashanti regional capital Kumasi, and other regions are experiencing gridlock as last-minute shoppers throng central business districts and bus terminals ahead of Christmas celebration. We also have business, sports, and showbiz all within the hour. My name is Faustina Safa. Remember, we are your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism. Please stay for details. Tonight, the IMF has identified operational costs from Gold Board alongside trading shortfalls as major drivers behind losses under the Bank of Ghana's Gold for Reserve program, which climbed to $214 million within the first 9 months of 2025. The disclosure is contained in the International Monetary Fund's fifth review report on Ghana's 3-year extended credit facility program, which flags the losses as a key downside risk to the country's broader stabilization agenda. According to the fund, the losses were largely driven by trading losses incurred under the artisanal and small-scale mining door gold transactions. And that component of the program, according to the IMF, is of concern, as well as off-takers' fees by the Gold Board. The research team here at Joy News have been keeping an active tab on that report, and they just tease out key components of that, which is coming up on your screens. Now, it tells us that $214 million, that's the component of losses generated from the G4R component of DGPP in 2025 quarter, of 0.2% of GDP. Goes on to say that the 2025 quarter, the third quarter losses from the artisanal and small-scale gold transaction component were mostly on trading losses, but also on Gold Board off-takers' fees. The large and increasing scale of Gold for Reserves program, notably since the creation of Gold Board, is a source of quote, significant downside risk, according to the IMF Domestic Gold Purchase Program report. They go on to say that the Domestic Gold Purchase Program poses risk to the financial stability of the Bank of Ghana. It goes on to state that $128 million in losses, that is what they recorded, generated from G40 component of DGPP in 2004, which is 0.15% of GDP. Well, that's the report from the IMF. You can read more on that on myjoyonline.com. Away from that, the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority has suspended the rollout of the new vehicle number plate registration system, which was scheduled to take effect on January 2, 2026, pending parliamentary approval. During a press conference in Accra, the Chief Executive Officer of the authority, Julius Nikwe-Kote, explained that although Parliament successfully passed amendments to the Road Traffic Act, the specific amendments required for legislative instrument LI 2180 were not completed before Parliament went on recess on Friday, December 19, 2025. Fatal Baiga has more in the following report.
The Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority earlier this year announced the introduction of a new license plate system. The initiative is aimed at conforming to modern technology by introducing radio frequency identification embedded plates to ensure traceability and promote road safety. The Chief Executive Officer of the authority, Julius Nikwe-Kote, says due to the absence of parliamentary approval for some provisions in the relevant legislation, the DVLA has suspended the rollout of the new license plate registration system.
Due to the fact that the LI 2180 amendments have not gone through, the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, DVLA, announces to the general public the suspension of the impending rollout of new license plates slated for 2nd January 2026.
He further explained that this means vehicle owners currently using DP stickers and DV plates may continue to do so, pending the announcement of a new timeline by the authority.
The DVLA announces extended use of the current drive from port plate, a drive from port sticker, that is DP, the DP sticker, as well as the DV plate. This means that anyone who has the DP sticker on their vehicle as well as the DV plates on their vehicle could continue to use them up to a time limit to be announced by the authority in due course.
Mr. Kote also criticized the Vehicle Enforcement Association of Ghana for filing an injunction at the Accra High Court to halt the process, describing both the action and the reasons cited as untenable.
The one who won the contract, Mr. Dasibre, has opened his arms that, okay, there are 3 companies in the world that deal with RFID. We have one we call Tongis, they are in Germany. We have Uta, they are in Poland. And then we have Jembit, they are in China. We've been to the China one with the Tenga team to inspect them. They are okay. We are yet to go to the other ones. But as I speak with you now, we have not engaged anyone. So please, you can take this one to the public and we'll meet them in court. So they will show us where they have the contract with, and we've truncated it and we're giving it out. What we know, I know we have with them, is memorandum of understanding. That from January to December. From January to December, they were not even being paid. When I got to office, then your boy and co brought to my thing that, oh, the people are working and they've not been paid. And I think in the month of August, I signed for Mr. Mpedu, the finance man, to pay them because they've been working.
The authority has assured the public that the new license plate rollout will take effect once all outstanding legislative requirements are approved by Parliament. For Joy News, Fatal Baiga, Accra.
Parts of the capital, Accra, the Ashanti Regional Capital, Kumasi, and other regions are experiencing gridlock as last-minute shoppers throng the central business districts and bus terminals ahead of Christmas celebration. Earlier today, my colleague Stephen Mensah was at the Aveno Livestock Market here in Accra, where buyers were busily purchasing livestock in preparation for Christmas. He filed this report.
It is less than 24 hours to Christmas, and here at the Aveno Goat Market, traders and buyers are already feeling the rush as families prepare for the festivities. Nazir sells goats at this market and says demand has picked up.
This one 170, this one 200, and this will be 250.
But which types are these?
These are locals, a fear DNB. These are fear DNO.
For buyers, there's a shared concern about prices, with many calling for a reduction to make the prices of the items more affordable for the season.
We are in Xmas, so something small for the boys.
What about the prices? Are you okay with the prices?
It's overwhelming, but since the season is here, we have no choice than to purchase. The 2025 has been a very hectic year. So at least something to calm the soul.
Michael has traveled all the way from Amasaman in search of goats for the Christmas celebration, but says the journey has not made the decision any easier.
We are from Amasaman, so we on the way coming, we were stopping at every store where they have the goats, and we were asking of the prices. And then
all this is in preparation for Christmas.
Yeah, for Christmas, you know. Actually, every Christmas we kill goat. Every Christmas we kill goat, you know, just to celebrate with the family. So yeah.
And the children are not left out of the excitement as they join their parents at the markets, sharing the expectations for Christmas Day.
I want to celebrate the Christmas with my daddy and the mommy. You have fun.
Reporting from the livestock market here in Aveno, I'm Stephen Mensah.
Away from that, Kumasi has been hit by heavy traffic congestion ahead of Christmas holidays, forcing frustrated commuters to walk long distances after spending hours in stored vehicles. Regional Commander DCOP Arthur Osei-Akoto says deployment and traffic management efforts in place will yield positive results. Aljima has more in the following report.
Major routes across the Ashanti regional capital have been overwhelmed by a surge in number of vehicles entering the city. Long queues stretch across busy corridors including Kejetia, Sofoline, Edum, Bantama and Abrepo Junction, with some passengers spending up to 4 hours waiting for transportation. Vehicular congestion is widespread in parts of the city. Regional Commander DCOP Osei-Akoto explains strategies to deal with the situation.
But problems they are multifaceted. A funny be
some police personnel are to blame for the problem. Driver indiscipline is another problem. Now tricycles are all on the road creating problems. We are educating the drivers and doing our best to improve the traffic situation. All security services and military in the Ashanti region have committed personnel to ensure an incident-free Christmas. The efforts, coordinated by the Regional Security Council, anticipate possible security threats during the Yuletide. As part of the strategies, joint security agencies paraded through Kumasi streets to demonstrate their force. Addressing the parade, Operation Commander of the military in the Ashanti region, Colonel Abbas Atubu, indicated that the united force and other strategies being rolled out guarantee resident safety.
This morning, we have been able to send a strong signal to the people of the region that the security agencies are ready, prepared, and willing to guarantee incident-free, crime-free, and a peaceful Xmas.
The renewed unity among security agencies is expected to extend beyond Christmas.
On your behalf, I am assuring the rep of the regional minister that from today onwards, let me say going forward, we are going to display unity and a common sense of purpose, translating into effective and efficient service delivery to the good people of Ghana.
For Joy News, Nana Aljima, Kumasi.
Let's head now to the Upper West region, where security agencies have reaffirmed their commitment to combating crime and criminal elements in the area. Upper West Regional Commander of the Ghana Police Service, DCOP Francis Hiribare, warned criminals to abandon their illegal activities or risk being tracked down and brought to justice. He spoke after a joint security route march in Wa. Rafiq Salam reports.
The 10 mechanized battalion, in collaboration with other sister security agencies in the region, undertook the joint security route march as part of activities to mark the Eurotide. It is a nationwide event undertaken by all security services. The aim is to reassure the general public of the unwavering commitment of the security services to peace, safety and security in the country. Security personnel in the region, drawn from the No. 10 Mechanized Battalion, the Ghana Police Service, Ghana National Fire Service, Ghana Immigration Service, Ghana Prison Service, and the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority were joined by their various sector commanders on the route march that started at the Nasiri Bomb II Park through some principal streets in the Wa City and ended at the starting point. Each of the various security sector commanders had the opportunity to address the personnel on the need to be disciplined, dedicated, and professional in their field of work.
While we are assuring them that there will be peace, the peace should come from us. Let's all go return to our various institutions and demonstrate professionalism wherever we find ourselves.
We must acknowledge that charity, they say, begins at home.
Yes, sir.
So as we expect the civilians to be disciplined, and so that the festive occasion will be free of criminal activities, let us ourselves be disciplined so that we will have a successful festive season, and coming next year we all come back fresh.
They also pledge to ensure that the region is rid of from criminals and their elements. They call on criminals and their elements to desist from the act, or they will smoke them out of their hidden holes and made to face justice.
They have no place to hide. Wherever you are, you either abandon the trains or we get at you.
The service commanders also had the blessing of the overlord of the Wala State, now Hussein Sidi Pulipo IV, who assured them of his support to enable them succeed in their mission. Reporting for Joy News, Rafik Salam. Wow.
The Interior Minister Alhaji Muntaka Mubarak has emphasized that Ghana's development hinges on a peaceful environment. He reaffirmed the government's commitment to providing the necessary security infrastructure to maintain the peace essential for progress in the country. While speaking at the inauguration of the National Signals Bureau Command in Sunyani, Bono region, the minister assured local chiefs and residents of their safety. The following report has more.
As part of the government's renewed focus on national security, critical security infrastructure is being upgraded and extended to strategic locations nationwide. In the Bono region, the National Signals Bureau has commissioned a new command to enhance security operations and also support Ghana's national security framework. At the commissioning ceremony in Sunyani, attended by chiefs, security officials, ministers, and members of parliament, the National Security Coordinator, COP Abdul Razak Osman, highlighted the importance of the command to the region.
Modern threats are complex. They are technology-driven and often invisible. Intelligence and early warning, therefore, are now the central architectural beam of all securities in the world. The Bono region is significant because it has a strategic commercial and transit hub linking the southern Ghana to the Middle Belt.
Director General of the National Signals Bureau, Dr. George Atabuatin, affirmed the Bureau's commitment to ensuring public safety.
This facility is purposely built and well equipped to strengthen the Bureau's regional coordination of operations, enhance intelligence collection, support regional security operations, and provide a high secure environment for sensitive and classified activities. We affirm our resolve to proactively neutralize digital and cyber-enabled threats before they materialize, ensure public safety, uphold the highest standards of professionalism, and at all times respect and protect the rights and freedoms of the people of this region.
Minister of Interior Alhaji Muntaka Muhammad Mubarak urged other security agencies to fully utilize the facility, He also assured chiefs and residents that the command will operate responsibly to drive development and not be used to intimidate or extort the public.
This facility is established for your benefit. As a country, we can only develop in a peaceful environment, and this command is part of government's commitment to providing the framework to secure the peace that this region needs to develop. I therefore encourage you to embrace this command, support its personnel, and view it as a shared resource for your security and priority. To the Director General and the National Signal Bureau team, I commend your dedication. To the officers who will be serving here, you are entrusted with a significant responsibility. Serve the people of this region with diligence and respect. Please, don't use this as a license to intimidate people. Don't use this as a license to extort. Don't use this as a license to misbehave.
Precious Semevo, Joy News, Sunyai.
You're still watching Joy News Prime. We're back with business news. Please stay with us.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Welcome to Prime Business. I am Pius Kujobaka. Economist Professor Patrick Isume is urging government to heed warnings from the International Monetary Fund about the country's economy, citing that the economic fundamentals are facing significant challenges. His comments follow concerns raised by the International Monetary Fund that Ghana's economic recovery remains fragile, with risks including commodity price shocks, delayed debt restructuring, and policy reversals. Speaking to Joy Business on the development, Professor Isume called for a comprehensive plan to transform the economy, focusing on diversifying exports, strengthening domestic manufacturing, and reducing dependence on imports.
Look, I think that the fund has to do its job accurately. Yes, look, we all of us shouldn't get caught up in the euphoria of the fact that there's been a change and indicators have improved. What has brought the improvements are the low-hanging fruits. But the harder work that will ensure that these gains are sustained, I think that's what the fund is flagging, that it still remains to be done. If you look through the staff report, there are several instances where some of the structural measures have delayed. Some of them have been missed, some of them have been implemented with delay, and some of them, there's no clear guidelines on exactly what is going to happen. And I think the fund is absolutely sure that the gains that we've seen, they are not underplaying the gains that we've seen. They are just concerned that the gains should be sustained, and for that to be sustained, some more reforms are required. I think you should understand the position of the fund. If somebody keeps coming to you for support and they keep coming, then you should be concerned that maybe the medicine you are delivering is not working. So it seems that this time they want to make sure that the reforms are really deep-seated, and I think that's why they are raising this concern.
That's all for Prime Business. Prime Sports is next.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to Prime Sports with me, Benaya Elom Dapemepo. Now, let me tell you about Latina Travels, because they are your gateway to the 2026 Global Football Competition happening in the USA, Canada, and Mexico, where football meets opportunity and Ghana shines on the world stage. Now, call 0244-260-789 today, or visit Latina at Alisa Hotel, North Ridge, and secure your spot for a once-in-a-lifetime journey. Now, the Ministry of Sports, led by Kofi Adams, has inaugurated the local organizing committee for the 2026 African Senior Championship, which is the athletics competition, which are scheduled to take place in Accra from May 12th. Now, according to Kofi Adams, the competition, or the committee that has been set, has been tasked with ensuring a successful and smooth organization of the championship. Meanwhile, Ghana Athletics President Bawa Fuseni also expressed strong confidence in the committee's ability to deliver a world-class event next year.
Would happen as scheduled,
and everything will be orderly, both the technical part and also, of course, all the other parts. We don't want to have any hiccups that people will come and either even food, the place to sleep is not available. You go to the technical side, what you need to make sure that events, both field and track events, are not happening. We don't want such a situation to happen, and that is why, even though today being 24th, and people may think that, well, 24th is so close to 25th, which is a holiday, we thought it necessary to inaugurate them this year, so they can even use the holidays to begin to think deep into what needs to be done. You observe, at least, not just in the African level, when we had the Tokyo World Athletics, our performance there was remarkable. These very athletes you are mentioning went together as a quartet, and they came out as 4th fastest in the world. So it meant that the preparation really continued. We had a female high jumper for the first time qualifying for the finals. And so we're going to continue to see to it that we invest in training, we invest in facility development. That explains why His Excellency the President made sure we push through to have a sports fund so established, because this is going to be generating funding to support athlete welfare, athlete training, retired even sports person welfare, infrastructure development, and all that will be coming from this fund. If you observe countries within Africa and without Africa that have done well when it comes to sports, one of the key things is that they have solved the funding gap problem with the establishment of a sports fund, either supported by a special lottery or other taxes.
4 months is short for a good work, but if you look at the caliber of people that are on board on the LOC, these are people that have tried and tested, people that have done similar things in the future. So I'm not scared at all.
Past, you meant?
Yes, in the past, sorry, in the past. So I'm not scared about the time limit. What is most important is the quality of the people that are on board. And I know we are going to deliver. A lot of work has been done behind the scenes, because we knew that we were going to host and we knew that the inauguration will come out. So we started working with the University of Ghana, athletes accommodation, coaches accommodation, the technical team. We've done some work, but when the LOC is being inaugurated, we'll offload all those work to the LOC to continue. Even we've had a company that are working on branding, working on torch relays, and working on the logos, working on the mascot. All this have been done. But because the LOC is not yet there, we couldn't have publicity or make it known to general public. Well, one LOC is being set up. Then by next week or very first week in January, all those things will be on board. And we will sign the MOU with the African athletics in January. The only stumbling block that was preventing us from signing the MOU was the LOC. Now, when the LOC is inaugurated, as it has been, the next thing we have to do is to sign the MOU, unveil the logo and the mascot.
Now, former Ghanaian NBA player Popes Mensah Bonsu has praised the impact of her Time to Play basketball initiative, which brought together over 150 girls in Kumasi for a leadership summit. Love FM's Delali Atiase has more in this report.
The first day of the event was an off-court leadership summit. The tone was practical, empowering, and community-rooted, aimed at building voice, leadership, and holistic growth through the unifying power of sport. Various speakers on the day took the girls through many aspects of life, including career pathways in and beyond sports, confidence, voice, and identity, as well as the mental wellness of body literacy. According to Popes Mensah Bonsu, the Leadership Summit is meant to guide the young girls who are unable to play professionally to have a career path and a well-defined future away from the sport.
Images of success for these young girls to see women in their likeness and holding high positions, or who have succeeded in the world, and want to be able to inspire this younger generation by showing them the steps that they took. So.
The second day of the event saw the girls going through various practical exercises aimed at improving their on-court skills. The total output, confidence, talent and skills displayed by the girls was outstanding and amazing to watch. Meanwhile, the former NBA star who played for teams including the Dallas Mavericks, San Antonio Spurs and Toronto Raptors revealed that he got encouraged to move the event beyond Accra after over 400 young girl basketball players turned up for the first event when they were looking to have between 80 and 100 girls for the exercise.
During my time in the NBA, I was always looking for ways to give back to my community, especially in Ghana, because we don't see many Ghanaians in the NBA. So while I was playing, I always wanted to put my name behind something, but I could never do it because I was always tied up with playing. Once I retired, we came back to Ghana where I wanted to see what the basketball culture was like. So in 2019, I did my first camp here in Accra for about 80 to 100 kids, thinking, okay, maybe a few kids will show up and we'll have a good time. 400 kids showed up.
Whoa. So you were looking forward to 200?
We were looking for 80 to 100. 80
to 100. And you had 400 kids 400. Coming. Wow.
So that
was quite impressive.
It was very impressive, and it was great to see that there's a culture. There's an ecosystem of basketball here. We just have to hone it and build on it with resources and infrastructure.
Meanwhile, Pops Mensah says they intend to carry out the exercise across other parts of the country to help in harnessing girl basketball talents for the nation. Reporting for Joy Sports, Denali Atiase, Kumasi.
And that's our wrap up the sports segment with me, Benaya Elom Yapamakwo. Up next is Showbiz.
Good evening. Always a pleasure bringing you Showbiz here on Joy News Prime. Now, barely 24 hours to go and preparations for the biggest musical concert in Kumasi, the Obuasi Bitters Love FM Night with the Stars, is shaping up in earnest at the evergreen and spacious Ratri Park. Kumasi is ready for yet another unforgettable night with some of Ghana's greatest music acts. The Christmas Day event will feature electrifying performances from Kojo Entry, Oforian Ponsa, Kwabena, Kofi Kenata, Kidi, Jackie, among others. Irabna Akwe was at the Ratri Park and reports all is set for the night with a night fun party for revelers.
With just a day to go, preparations here at the Ratri Park in Kumasi are nearly complete as the venue is set for Obuasi Bitters Love FM Night with the Stars. As you can see around me, the stage is set, the chairs have been arranged, security arrangements are in place, and final touches are being made ahead of tomorrow's Christmas night show. Let's speak to some of the organizers to find out how ready they are and what patrons should expect tomorrow. Alex, so far, how ready are you for your patrons?
Oh, I would say so far so good. We are about 85% ready. As you can see, the chairs are ready, stage is almost set. Tickets are fast selling. Security, like all stakeholders involved, are ready and poised for tomorrow. I would say to all patrons coming that you are assured of high security. We have military, we have police, we have private security in plain uniforms coming around, so you are just safe. I believe every individual coming here has one particular artist they want to see, and you know what your artist can do. So just know that it's going to be fireworks. You know Kinata is bringing the fire, Jackie is coming to do her thing, Oforian Ponsa, Mr. Lava, all for real, Mr. Music Man, Kwabna, the ladies man. So just come. Don't come with an expectation because you will be overwhelmed. Just come and enjoy yourself.
So I have here with me Charles Soso, who is in charge of the setup. And Charles, the event is tomorrow. How is everything coming together?
As you can see, we are fully prepared for tomorrow's event. And this setup is different from all the events we've been having here in Kumasi. My guys are all working seriously to make sure everything is done for tomorrow's event. Mostly we don't do events here with this direction and everything with the trusses, scaffolds and everything. But this time we decided to change everything because things are changing and we have given them new designs and everything.
The excitement is building and organizers say all is set for tomorrow's Night with the Stars here at the Ratri Park. Everything is in place to welcome patrons for what is expected to be a memorable celebration here in Kumasi. We'll continue to bring you updates of Kumasi's biggest Christmas event. For Joy News, Irabna Akwe, Kumasi.
Also, reggae and dancehall artist Samini has announced that this year's Samini's Experience is expected to be a massive celebration of music, culture and unity. Samini promises an electrifying performance, solidifying his reputation as one of Ghana's most dynamic live entertainers. According to the musician, this event will be held at the Laboma Beach this evening.
Well, this year is different because High Grade is taking it outside. We're going to Laboma Beach, and so the Samini Experience for the first time is going outdoors. So we're accommodating all demographics of fans. So I believe it's going to be a wonderful experience. Myself, I can't wait to see what's going to come out of that. You know, so big up everybody that's been a part of it. Everybody that's watching right now. If you don't have your ticket, go grab your ticket. Make sure we meet there and have a wonderful experience to kickstart the December. And take care of yourself, so we can cross over to 2026.
One last thing, is Linda alive? I mean, because we keep talking about Linda since I know you. Does she still know that you feel about, you know? I really want to know.
Because funny enough, there was no Linda before I wrote the song, and I haven't dated a Linda since I wrote the song. So the song is for all Lindas. If you meet any Linda anywhere that said it was written for them, I believe they are a very, very big fan who resonate with it in a certain way. But you know, Linda is for all Lindas and all beautiful women of Africa. Yeah, we want them indoors when the weather is nice. That's the most important. Pine, 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 and they like it.
We'll see you on the 20th.
On that note, we end Showbiz here on Joy News Prime. Thank you so much for your time. Over to you, Fosti.
Well, that's our wrap-up, Joy News Prime. We appreciate your company. For more news, log on to myjoyonline.com. Have a pleasant day as you enjoy the rest of our programs.